Drew Brees tribute. Drew Brees was one of my favorite athletes ever, and I am gonna break down tribute of Drew Brees' career, mainly from '01 to 2020, his entire NFL years. So, Drew Brees was born on January 15th, 1979, in Austin, Texas. Drew Christopher Brees was surrounded by competition and athletic excellence. His father, Eugene, was a stand-up basketball player at Texas A&M, while his mother, Mina, was an accomplished athlete herself. Drew grew up in a sports-driven household where toughness and determination were core values. At Westlake High School in Austin, Drew was far from the prototypical quarterback. He stood about 6 feet tall, barely 200 pounds, and didn't possess the rocket arms scouts usually drooled over. But he had something far more important: incredible accuracy, football IQ, and unshakable resilience. In his senior year, Drew led Westlake to a 16-0 record in the Texas State Championship. In 1996, throwing for over 3,500 yards and 31 touchdowns. Despite the numbers, major college programs doubted him. Too small, too frail, too system quarterback, game manager. Only a handful of schools showed serious interest. Ultimately, Purdue University offered him a scholarship and Drew accepted. At Purdue, Drew Brees rewrote the playbook for Big Ten quarterbacks. Under coach Joe Tiller, Purdue ran a pass-heavy offense, and Brees thrived in it. He wasn't just accurate; he was fearless. I should do timestamps, but yeah, he dissected defenses with timing and compensating for any physical limitations with sheer football intelligence. Some highlights from his college tenure included leading Purdue to their first Rose Bowl appearance in 34 years in 2000, becoming the Big Ten's all-time leader in passing yards, completions, and touchdowns by the time he graduated, finishing third in the Heisman Trophy voting in 2000. By 2001, Drew was one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in college football history, but doubts persisted. Could his skill translate to the NFL, or was he just another undersized college gunslinger? The San Diego Chargers drafted Drew Brees in the second round, 32nd overall, so barely in the second round of the 2001 NFL Draft. San Diego had just drafted running back LT, or LaDainian Thompson, in the first round, and together the two were supposed to form the backbone of a rebuilding franchise. Brees struggled in his first couple of years, inconsistent play and a lack of organizational stability left many questioning if he'd ever live up to his Purdue brilliance. By 2004, San Diego even drafted Philip Rivers, signaling they didn't fully trust Brees as a future. But instead of folding, Drew responded with a resilience. In 2004, he put together a breakout year. 65% completion rate, 27 touchdowns to only 7 interceptions, QB rating of 104.8, and he was named the NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Chargers made the playoffs, and Brees proved he could play at the highest level, but in the 2005 season finale, disaster struck. Drew suffered a devastating shoulder injury, tearing his labrum and damaging his rotator cuff. For many quarterbacks, this would have been career-ending. The Chargers moved on with Rivers, and Drew hit free agency as a damaged, undersized QB no one believed in. In the summer of 2006, Brees signed, or so they thought, because in the summer of 2006, Brees signed with the New Orleans Saints, franchise devastated by Hurricane Katrina just months earlier. The Superdome had been a shelter for victims. The city was in ruins, and the Saints were seen as a broken franchise. New Orleans took a chance on Drew when other teams wouldn't. Brees, coming off shoulder surgery, took a chance on New Orleans, became one of the most important marriages in sports history. From the moment Drew Brees stepped on the field in New Orleans, everything changed. In 2006, he led the Saints to the NFC Championship game, throwing for over 4,400 yards for a city still reeling from tragedy. Brees became more than a quarterback. He became a symbol of resilience and hope. Year after year, his accuracy and leadership elevated the Saints into consistent contenders. By 2009, the dream season came. Brees threw for 34 touchdowns, led the Saints to a 13-3 record, and guided them all the way to Super Bowl 44 against Peyton Manning's Colts. On February 7, 2010, Drew Brees delivered one of the greatest performances in Super Bowl history. I mean, just think about it. 32 out of 39 passes completed, 288 yards, and 2 TDs. A game-sealing touchdown to Jeremy Shockey, and a legendary moment hugging his son. Braylon made a confetti shot. Saints won 31-17, capturing the franchise's Funny how the Sun was an iconic moment, but still. The Saints won 31-17, capturing the franchise's first ever Super Bowl title. Drew was named Super Bowl MVP, and for New Orleans, he wasn't just a quarterback, he was a hero. What made Brees consistent was his consistency. What made Brees unique was his consistency. From 2011 to 2016, he shattered records that seemed untouchable. 2011 season, 5,476 passing yards, an NFL record at the time, and it's still, I think, top 2 to 3 to this day. 2011, 71.2% completion percentage, unheard of then. Led the NFL in passing yards 7 times, a whopping 7 times in his career, more than anyone in history. Became the first QB to throw for 5,000 yards in a season multiple times. He did it 5 times. Despite his individual brilliance, team success wavered. The Saints had stretches of mediocrity and controversial losses, like the infamous Minneapolis Miracle in 2017, aka the Stephon Diggs aka the Stephon Diggs catch, and the 2018 NFC Championship no call against the Rams, haunted what could have been more Super Bowl trips. Well, and those two that I just referenced were towards the latter end of his career when he was like pushing to 40, but still, Drew's precision, work ethic, and leadership made him a model of QB excellence. As Brees entered his late 30s, he continued to redefine what an old QB could do. Sean Payne's system, combined with Drew's intelligence and accuracy, kept the Saints competitive every year. In 2018, at age 39, Brees completed an NFL record 74.4% of his passes, showing that accuracy only shot with age. 2019 to 2020, even as arm strength declined, he remained elite in decision-making, anticipation, leadership. His final game, I remember this by the way, came in the 2020 NFC Division round, a loss to Tom Brady's Bucks. Brees threw 3 interceptions in the World News end. After the game, Brady and Brees shared a heartfelt moment on this Superdome field. Brady tossing a touchdown pass to Brees' sons in one of the most symbiotic farewells ever. 2 older QBs just about to leave, and that was that. Drew officially retired in March 2021, finishing with 80,358 passing yards, all-time leader at retirement, 571 TDs, 67.7% career completion percentage, and for record at retirement, 13 Pro Bowls, and his Super Bowl 44 MVP. But his legacy went far beyond numbers. In New Orleans, he invested heavily in rebuilding efforts post-Katrina, donating millions and spending time uplifting communities. He became a civic icon, not just an athlete. After football, Brees worked as an analyst for NBC before stepping away, but his reputation as one of the NFL's most respected figures endures. Drew Brees' career often sparks debate. He didn't have the arm strength of Aaron Rodgers, the natural gifts of Patrick Mahomes, or the rings of Tom Brady, but he may have been the most accurate quarterback in NFL history. He transformed what was possible for undersized, quotation marks, QBs, paving the way for players like Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray. He proved that hard preparation and precision could outweigh measurables. And for New Orleans, Drew Brees was more than an athlete. He was a savior in a dark time, steady hand when the city needed one most. From overlooked high school prospect to Super Bowl champion, from shoulder surgery to NFL passing king, Drew Brees' career is a story of resilience. For 20 years, he wasn't just a quarterback. He was an ambassador of precision, professionalism, and perseverance. And for those who saw him in his prime, Drew Brees was not just a great football player. He was proof that greatness isn't about size, flash, or height. Football player. It's about consistency, leadership, and refusing to quit. So, that is my video on Drew Brees. Let me know how y'all thought in the comments down below. How good was it? Did y'all like the video? And do you want to see more? See y'all later. Peace.